What is going on, Teach Better family? My name is Jeff. It is 5 o'clock here in the Eastern Time Zone. So that means this is your Teach Better brain break for whatever today is. What is today? Wednesday, March 30th? Wow.
Isn't that
2022.
crazy?
That is crazy.
That's
The voice you are
That's
hearing
nuts.
is my good friend, Mandy Freilich, who's joining me today. As you can see, Dave is not here. Mandy decided we are going to level up today. So that's what we're doing. We're going to talk about life. Maybe what's on Mandy's mind and what's going on. Play a game that we're going to try and figure out live here for you. Yeah, and if you're here with us, jump in the comments. Let us know where you tuning in live from. Are you drinking anything, snacking on anything? What are you taking a break from? We'd love to hear from you. See in the comments. We'll be back in about 15 seconds. All right, welcome back to Brain Break. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn every Wednesday, 5 o'clock Eastern Time. And here we talk about life and silliness and sometimes important things, although I don't believe that's going to happen today.
That's never happened with me, so I can't imagine that that's the case.
Our goal here is to allow you to turn your brain off for a little bit today and relax and maybe have a good laugh. And to be honest, Mandy's a veteran here. I think you are probably the most reoccurring. How would I say that? The most reoccurring guest on Brain Break. I think you've had the most appearances. I think you have.
I bet that.
If you're not number one, you're definitely in the top one or two. I can't think of anyone else who's jumped in as often as you. Hedrick Nichols has been on quite a few.
Okay.
I'm going to look into that. Someone on the team who pays attention to anything Jeff does, we should dig into that and figure it out.
Well, if I'm going to lose to anyone, I'd love to lose to her, but otherwise.
Well, what if I tell you that we're going to create like a Brain Break trophy and the winner gets that? Then it's probably not the same.
It's on.
The competitiveness comes out.
Yeah. Then I'm going to be jumping on like, I know you use StreamYard. Give me that StreamYard right now. Dave, I know where you live. Give me your StreamYard.
Man, he's going to be hacking it into our Basecamp account, which is on internal communication, to get those links and stuff. Oh, well, it's awesome to have you here. I'm really glad that you're here. I have some bad news, though. Just before we connected, Dave texted me and said, "Hey, dude, have fun without me today." And I told him never. And I'm refusing to have fun. So, Mandy, I know you're looking to have a good time today, but we are not going to have fun. Although I actually like you and respect you more than Dave, I promised them I won't have fun. So what we're going to do for the next 56, 57 minutes is actually sit here in silence.
Well, we could just talk about my work. That always makes people sad.
we were talking about how your work makes people sad. So maybe we're going to let's talk about that a little bit. Before we talk about your work, in case anybody's watching that maybe isn't connected with you or isn't familiar with it, which I don't know, honestly, it's probably hard at this point. If you're connected to the team, you probably know who Mandy is. But let's pretend someone doesn't. Can you share just a little bit about who you are, what you do? That you know the typical. Hey,
yeah,
Mandy?
The stuff. So, my name is Mandy Freilich, and I was a tech director and an ed tech and all of those kinds of things. So that kind of background. But then I really developed years ago, like 7 or 8 years ago, started talking about educator mental health, even pre-pandemic. And that's really where my passion area is. And of course, that's just exploded over the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I joke about my work kind of being a little bit sad, because people will want me, ask me to be on podcasts, and I'll be all excited to show my personality is not like a want person, but my work is, because I'm like, everybody's sad, everybody needs to heal.
But I feel like you, everybody, but you share ways to get through that. So it's not like,
I try.
Well, you try. Yeah. I mean, you're usually like, here's 6 ways to get through being sad, but the likelihood is you're still going to be sad. So you might as well just get used to it. Or we were joking that it's reignite the flame so Mandy can put them out and put you back in bed.
Stop on that sucker. Bring the water.
If you can stay in bed, it's going to be better there. Like, you can face the day. I believe in you, but you probably shouldn't. This is great. I feel like we're really lifting all the spirits here. Tell me about the alter ego, because we've got to mention in the comments about Amanda being here, and then some exciting around the fact that Joe knows that.
I feel like Amanda is the alluding to when my hair was dark and I said I had an alter ego, and she's just a little bit badass, and I always want to be known as that. Like, that's like, if there was one thing that if people said, how do you want to be known? I wish I was the badass woman. Like, that's the thing I want. Like, that's the aura I want.
You feel like you don't have that aura? I feel like you have that aura. Maybe I just know you better than
like, I need more leather. I need motorcycles.
Oh, you want to appear as the badass? Like, I think you don't need the leather to do that. Like,
you don't think? I don't know.
I think you just need the attitude, which you're overflowing with. Your attitude is leather. I don't know what that means, but it sounded right now. Like,
I don't think I've made it until I can do a wheelie on a motorcycle. Like, I think I'd do pink leather. Not sure I would do black, but I would definitely do leather.
No. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say I don't know the pink is, but that actually might be more badass. Like, you have to have a level of badassery to rock pink leather, I think.
To rock pink leather, right? Yeah. Right? Yeah, absolutely.
Do you ride? Do you have a motorcycle?
No, I wish I did. The closest I had a convertible, but that's not the same.
It's not the same at all.
No, not even a little bit.
Leather.
I used to ride horses, also not the same. But I
have wear leather. You could wear leather. That's pretty badass though. Like, riding horses. Did you lasso?
Yeah. I didn't, but you know what I always wanted to do? I always wanted to ride barrels in a rodeo.
Oh, really?
So I had a horse and his name was Dakota, and he was a retired rodeo horse. Okay. And so I used to drag big barrels out. I lived in the country. There was fields everywhere. I used to drag big barrels out to the country and run them around the barrels. And I always wanted to do it in a rodeo, but I never made it.
I have a guy I know. I'm trying to think of how I'm connecting him to like a marketing group or whatever, who his first career was a rodeo clown. Now he does like marketing consultations work for like SaaS companies. But yeah, he had a pretty good career for like 10 years probably. I think it was a while like that he was a rodeo clown. Like, it was like that's
dangerous stuff.
It's a random thing to have, but like, yeah. So you used to.
I think we need a rodeo at the Teach Better conference. Like, I feel
I'm thinking this is where this is going. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
How do we do that?
I don't know. Well, we have the rodeo clown, so we're halfway there.
The venue we've got, the main room's pretty big. I'll tell you. We need to like. Yeah, we're gonna work on that.
Or we could do like a Teach Better motorcycle gang and ride up and down the road in front of the venue.
We have like the Teach Better Run Club, and then a lot of our ambassadors started the Teach Better Couch Club. For those who don't like who want to, what is it? I can't. Someone needs tell me what the low. It's like for those who want to run but don't or can't. I don't know. But we could do like the Teach Better Rodeo team, or the TBBG, the Teach Better Biker Gang.
See, we think we don't accomplish anything on Brain Bakes, but we literally just developed the Teach Better conference.
What did he say? Do we turn our hats backwards like Dave and turn into Mack trucks and go ride a mechanical bull?
We turn into
that's so Nikki. That was Joe there. Nikki commented the Teach Better Couch Club is we may not run, but we still have fun. That's the slogan. And there are shirts. There is swag in the swag store for at teachbetterswag.com for the Teach Better Couch Club.
Are those the same people that have like the 0.0 bumper stickers on the back of the car? I love those so much.
You know what? Somebody, Josh, I don't know if you're still watching or not. Josh Stamper did chime in and say Mandy is the best with all capitals. Josh, if you're still watching, we need to do a rate. We have 26.2 and 13, stuff like that, those stickers. with the Teach Better swag. We need a 0.0, and then it needs to have like Teach Better Couch Club on it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Literally, as I'm saying that, Josh commented new swag idea, which is funny. So all this talk, I we have lots of ideas now for the conference, but that brings me to the point that like you're coming to the conference.
Yes,
we announced this
I
a
know,
while
I'm
back.
excited.
We let the cat out of the bag, so that's exciting.
That is exciting.
Are you coming? Did you know it's a ways away? Are you coming in like Thursday? Are you gonna be there for the Thursday like networking kickoff? Or I don't know what your schedule is like. I know you're all over the place, but
Oh, for sure. So
are awesome.
That far out, yeah, I'll make whatever you guys have going on.
Yeah,
so I was really
need.
Disappointed the year before the pandemic that I didn't make it.
Yeah.
Because
I can't remember why though. You had a good reason for why you couldn't come out, I thought.
Yeah, and I'm glad I stuck to that. My boys play football.
Oh, that's
and
right. That's right. It was that's right. I remember now because you were waiting to find out the schedule, and then you did, and we cried, and it was.
Yeah, and that was one of the last games he ever played. So I mean, like with the pandemic, and then so it was it was a good choice overall. But
yes,
yeah, I was so disappointed.
It's good. You're coming this year. In a couple weeks ago, we got verbal confirmation on Brain Break that Tisha is going to come too.
Oh, so I did not know that.
That's great, possibly dangerous with the two of you there. But
you know what we should have done is we should have had Jen come, and then we could have done the Masked Educator in person.
But there's still time.
That would be fun to have like a booth where we just run the Masked Educator every now and then.
How would you do it at a booth?
We'd have to put an actual mask on people.
And you'd have to like hide them behind something because people would figure out clothes if they've seen them throughout the day or whatever.
Well, we could have an entire suit that they put on.
You get like a full, like just like a cape suit, whatever that covers their clothes, and then the mask, and they
or a unicorn,
like
a full-bodied unicorn.
Okay, so if we did this and we had a space to do it, we would have to have. I would want a camera on it so we recorded all of it and then we could release it. Like it'd be good, like super fun, interesting.
But doing it in person, that would be fun. It would be even, but cool. Because sometimes they have to dance. Like we had people doing stuff like sometimes they have to dance, sometimes they have to sing. Like,
listen, I don't know if this is gonna happen or not, but Josh, do me a favor. Josh, I know you're on here still. Can you ping Katie and tell her tomorrow? I have a meeting tomorrow morning with Katie about the conference that I need to talk to her about the Masked Singer. And I'm like, what if we had that like going on while everyone was eating lunch?
Yeah, we could do the Masked Educator during lunch.
But we're not eating lunch at the main stage just because of logistics. Interesting. This is interesting. Okay,
yeah,
we're gonna put that over here. That's gonna be an idea that we work on. That's gonna see. Look, you don't make everybody sad. Some of your work is really brilliant.
But that's totally not my I was totally a tag onto Jen and Tish's idea.
I'm trying to help you here. Would you stop pulling it up? Like, just let yourself have one for a minute here. Come on.
You're right. That was my brilliant idea.
Justin is big at Katie now. That's great. Okay, interesting. All right. Anything else going on in your world like that's not sad? You have stuff. You got book stuff going on. Like you're doing like are you writing anything or but you not to go into sad stuff that you write, but like you're also working with others, helping them write their books and tell their stories and stuff. What's going on in that world?
Yeah, I am. So my book that I'm writing is called The Wounded Healer. That's one of them. I actually have something else going into another book company right now being reviewed that's going to talk about sustainability and education. But The Wounded Healer is definitely in the book. Well,
unless you go into sustainability because our whole world's going to crumble and fall apart and go, okay, never mind, it's sad. Go on.
It's hard to talk about making anything better unless you address how crappy it is.
Which is why so you say your stuff's sad because you have to
right.
You have to talk about it, right? Yeah.
Right. You have to say, wow, this is hard. And this is how we can make it better. But you have to do that piece. If you're just always talking about making it better, it doesn't work. Yeah. So The Wounded Healer, I'm writing with a friend of mine who's a counselor, and we're talking about We're talking about wounds. We're talking about healing. We're talking about wounded healing. We're talking about educators in wounded healing, counselors in wounded healing. And then we've developed sort of this healing map, or we've called it, and talk about an ecosystem of healing. So we have all of those types of things in there. It's going to be my first book that I'm involved in that is for normal people. It's for everybody. It's not just for educators. So abnormal people cannot read it.
Well, and I think a lot of your work that you do around the mental work with educators can easily be applied to anyone, but the way you wrote the books was specifically, this book is not being written toward the audience of educators. It's actually being written just for anyone in general, is what you're saying.
Right. Yeah, cool. Exactly. So, so I'm really excited about that. And then, of course, I'm always supporting people with EduMatch in their books, which is just an honor when I get to do that. And we have so many amazing books that are out and so many amazing books coming out. They always get me excited. So,
there's a book coming out on, is it Sunday, Monday? When's Brittany's come out?
I think it's Sunday.
I think it's Sunday. Yeah,
I think it's Sunday.
That's an exciting
and she's
one.
So excited. Oh my God.
Oh, it's literally a dream come true. And this was, I'm gonna go. You go and say your nice things about Brittany, then I'm gonna tell EduMatch how awesome you all are.
Brittany is the reason why I do what I do with EduMatch. Like, she is. Well, I mean, there's all the authors have the reason why, but Brittany like encompasses this. I deal with something that is really, really difficult. And I didn't even understand. I learned so much. So I was mainly the one that helped Brittany through her. We kind of assigned facilitators. I was Brittany's facilitator. And I learned so much by reading her book. It was crazy. And so like from a learning standpoint, it was awesome. But Brittany is such a special person. Like, she is and she's so incredibly excited about this. It's just every time I see her with something out there, I actually sent one of the things to Sarah and I said, this is why we do what we do, this right here. And it was something that she had put out. It actually gets me a little teary-eyed because I'm so happy for her, and she's a really, really special gal.
She is, and you noted like how much you learned. Like I got to read the book, actually before you guys even got the book. Like before we came to you, I was helping her and I learned a lot prior to that, just working with her. You know, she's on our speakers network and stuff like that, and just getting to know her. And I've known her husband, actually her brother-in-law, longer, and then through him, her husband and stuff like that. But you learn just when you listen to all the stories, it's really something special. And this was a dream, and I hope she's watching, so I hope she doesn't mind. Like, just like we're talking to her about this, and as we were leading, and as it started to seem like, oh, like this might actually happen, and stuff, like it was one of those dreams that she had always had, but she'd kind of put over here in the likely not to happen thing.
Sure.
And now like it's literally happening this weekend, which is just really, really cool. So
it's very cool.
It's awesome that you and you all over at EduMatch took I don't even want to say take a chance, but you took a chance on her, but like you saw that story and the power in it, so that's awesome. So
yeah. Well, and Brittany, since you're watching, you'd be happy to know that my daughter has a friend in college who has Tourette's, and I was able to school her on some things that she said. And not that any of it was mean what she said, but she was just telling me some things. And she's like, I wonder, I don't know if she like yells out swear words. And I'm like, that is not the only thing. And I was able to like reiterate some of the things she said in her book. Yeah. So I already have used the content. So
I believe, just knowing Brittany over the last few years, that I am I understand more, and I'm more aware and cognizant of the different types of struggles that people go through. Just because what you see, what you hear, what you believe, or what you know about something that you don't know much about is very often not the only way it is, or the only thing about it that goes so far beyond that. So cheers to you, Brittany. We like you. You're pretty okay. So, and she's speaking at the and this month, I think it's this month. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brittany, or not this month, but April. She's speaking at the National Tourette's Foundation, like their national
Oh, no
annual
way.
conference.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I believe it's in April. It could be May, but correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so like that's really cool. She just spoke at
very
NeoMed
cool.
in Ohio, which is the big medical school in Ohio. That I was actually the first time she got asked to speak there is when she reached out to me for help, and that's started all of this relationship. And they asked her back, and like she just kills it. So
that's awesome.
As you can all tell, we are Brittany Wolf fans here at Brain Break.
This is all about Brittany today.
It's all about Brittany today. Look at that. Well, we went from how sad you make everyone, and Brittany makes everyone happy. So, although I have to say,
perfect dichotomy.
I didn't want to interrupt you because you were saying something nice, but when you said about something that I deal with that's really, really difficult, I wanted to chime in and say, but Scott's not that bad. Her husband, but I didn't have a chance. So there you go, Brittany. That was for you. Anyway, if you don't follow Brittany on TikTok or YouTube, like her TikTok's has blown up, and she does an awesome job there, just sharing things, and she obviously shares a lot on YouTube as well. So Brittany, drop links in the comments since we're talking about you.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, and I know this is weird. I told you about it at the beginning, and I think it's freaking you out a little bit. The fact that like we have like segments here on Brain Break. Now we're a little more organized.
I know, it's so weird. I don't know how I feel about it. Like Brain Break is supposed to be like you're not thinking. Why do you have
the problem is
thinking things?
We don't want that. What's even funnier is the next segment's called What You're Thinking. So you set that up perfectly. We're going to think, so it's so that they don't have to think.
Oh, okay.
That's the goal. And so
Gotcha.
If we are either A, speaking intelligently enough, or B, speaking so unintelligently, it allows them to not have to think. Because on this end, they don't have to think because we're doing all the thinking. On this end, they don't have to think because we set the bar so low. So like,
Awesome.
We're leaning this way today a little bit, but we'll see what happens.
No doubt.
Anyway, we'll be right back with What You Think. I'm going to see what's actually on Mandy's mind. And welcome back to Brain Break. And I just had an idea for that video. It's got that little like initializing bar. We should have it stop midway through and then just like shatter or something. Like that's what should happen. It's just like hits and it's like, never mind. 404 error or something like that. So
that would be good.
So the point of this segment here, man, is just really to see what's on your mind. So I'm curious. I think we've already kind of got there. So that's I think why it's weird. But what is on your mind? What's on your heart? What's on your playlist? What's on your Netflix? I don't know, anything. Where do you want to go with it? You can go anywhere you want.
Well, Bridgerton does start again. I haven't watched
Bridgerton that at all. What's it? It's starting again. What season is it in now?
It's the second season. Everybody's been waiting for it.
Well, not everyone, because I haven't. Because I don't even. Well, I don't even know what it's about.
Romance novels for TV.
Is that what it is?
Oh, for sure.
I don't know.
I'm not so sure about the second season because the really, really super beautiful man that was in the first season is not in the second season. So Alex, tell us how it is. I'm wondering how, like, he's not back for the second season. I was like, oh, I don't know.
I wasn't in either season. Why are you?
Yeah, that's why I'm not watching it.
So you haven't started season 2 yet?
I have not. I haven't. No, I've been busy. So did I tell you about my job situation? This is actually funny. This is what stays.
Let's go. Where are we at? Is it sad?
It's sad for me.
Can you tell it in a badass sort of way so we can stick to that? And
well, let's see how badass.
Can you do it in a song and dance, perhaps?
No.
Oh.
No, just the fact that I'm blowing that off is badass. Like, absolutely not. If I got up and songed and danced it, that wouldn't make any sense whatsoever.
However, if you did, I would just quit everything. I would be complete at this point. All right, tell us. So, what's going on with the job situation? Because no, you haven't shared that at all.
So, in October, I took a full-time mentor teaching position with the school district to help them out with
Okay.
their virtual program, but I've continued to consult full time and work for EduMatch, and I'm getting my doctorate and I'm writing a book. And I started having heart issues in October. And so all of those things have been going on. And part of me was like, I had to go through that because I felt like being back in a district again and dealing with leadership and dealing with the pandemic and dealing with online and dealing with all of that needed to happen so that I could have a better, kind of grasp on what was happening. And so,
Sure.
that needed to happen, but I don't have time to do anything else besides what I do right now. And so I would never recommend anybody do this. And I always talk about finding balance and saying no and creating boundaries. I did zero of that.
So, it sounds like no balance or boundaries.
So bad. Oh my God. Sucked at it so bad. And so it was that's what I've been doing. And so the only kind of thing that I've been trying to work on that I've like in my free time is I've been trying to lose weight and get a little healthier. So that is my life right now. Those things.
How's that going?
Well, I'm down 21 pounds.
Wow.
So that I was happy about that. I still have quite a bit to go, but it's funny because for me, my whole life, I've struggled with my weight and it's gone up and down and up and down, up and down. And by 100 pounds. So like, we're not talking about, 20 pounds here and there. Like my weight has always fluctuated quite a bit. And inevitably people say to you when you get heavy, if you would just watch your eating and exercise. And that's not always true for everybody. And there's like this shameful component in that you're like, oh, I must be lazy or I must not be doing things right because I'm not doing all of that. And so part of my goal when I started this was to determine why that was happening. Like, it's not normal for somebody's weight to fluctuate so much.
Yeah.
And so I kind of started this journey of trying to find out like what's going on with the hormones and what's going on with the sugar and what's going on with all of that. And then my heart started, which was another catalyst for this. And I just found that like, it made me more aware of the things that I say when it comes to weight loss and exercise and all of those types of things, and how much guilt there is for some, mostly women, but some men, when their weight isn't necessarily something that is you eat right and exercise and you lose weight. Like that doesn't apply. And so it's really, it's really, really difficult for some people to do that. And so it's kind of something I haven't really been speaking out about, because what I don't want to do is also make anybody who can lose weight the traditional way feel bad either. Like, it doesn't have to be that either. But yet it's definitely been an interesting, an interesting journey and trying to figure out exactly what my body needs and what I can do and stuff like that. So that's kind of been where I am with that. But I have quite a bit of more weight to go, but I feel good about where I am.
Now, do you, when you in your journey of figuring that out and digging into what causes it, when you look at to 20-something pounds you're down now, are you assessing that that's from what you've changed, or is it part of a fluctuation that was going to happen anyway, or can you even determine that?
Yeah, that's a good question. So it's probably what I've changed, because over the course of the pandemic, I started eating like garbage. Like that was where about 30 pounds of it came from. So, I like way up to my protein. I've just in taking, like when I say that I dug into it, like I dug into it. I did food sensitivity tests. I did allergy testing. I did hormone testing. I did like all of the doctoring, and I went that route. So I cut out dairy, I cut out carbs, I cut out sugar, I cut out a bunch of different things. And that's just made me feel so much better. I try to exercise. Do you want to know what I do? This is lame.
What? It's not rodeo.
It's no, but
Oh,
that's a fantastic idea.
you should
I
be a
don't know why
rodeo
I didn't think
clown.
of
I
that.
bet that's good
Yes.
exercise.
Well, even yeah.
Well, actually, yeah,
For
even just right. Yeah.
sure.
Anyway, sorry. What do you do though? Probably not as cool as that. Sorry, I just ruined it.
Oh, it's definitely not as cool as
What do you
that. So
do?
I've been walking on this treadmill and I was like, I hate walking on the treadmill. I hate the treadmill. I hate running. I hate everything about moving where your body's just moving too quickly. Like all of that just feels very overwhelming.
I hate everything outside of sleeping. I just don't like
Yeah,
it.
exactly. If I'm not sitting on the couch, I just don't understand what I'm doing. Like it's
Teach Me
just
the
way
Couch
too much.
Club is for you. You should be
I
the
know.
captain at this point.
That's
Go on.
why I
So
knew
what did you
about
figure-
that sticker.
What did you figure out?
I was talking to Melody McAllister,
Mm-hmm.
and we had one of those competitions on our watches, and she's like putting down like 600 calories. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why is that happening? And she said, I've been dancing around my kitchen. And I'm like, what?
You're
And she goes, I've
dancing.
been dancing around my kitchen. And I'm like, oh, I need to try dancing. Like, I'm not going to dance around my kitchen, but I am going to try that. So I've been doing dance videos off from
What are
YouTube.
you? Where are you getting them from? Just grabbing dance videos on YouTube and
Yeah. So, well, I like this. I really like this thing called Kinergy. It's kind of like mindfulness yoga, but it's moving
oh, okay.
a little bit more. So I really like that. But sometimes I just grab like learn how to do hip hop videos off from YouTube.
I've thought about that too. I just haven't done them. Like, oh, like I really enjoy TikTok, just like flipping through the creativity and stuff.
Sure.
And I've got my algorithm where I really don't see almost any dance videos. I'm like, I should get my algorithm back and just try to do all the dancing, because if I'm practicing that, I'm going to burn a lot of calories. And I'm not going to record it, but that's it. So you're dancing.
Yeah. And so like some of the, like there's, if you search like hip hop exercise videos, there's videos that they will take you through like hip hop moves, and then you like put it all together, and then they like run you through it 15 times, and I am sweating after it. So it's so much fun. Adam says I'm so uncoordinated. I can't dance at all. I can, Adam, friend, me neither, but it doesn't matter. It's so much fun. And I think too, being like an 80s 90s child, like that was just, like if I could go back to the roller rink and do those moves, I would have been the coolest girl ever.
Yeah, the roller rink. Oh man. That's what I wish I wish I had a better spot to just go skate. That's what I would do.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
I miss ice skating. I just go skate or whatever. Well, we used to hit the roller rink all the time too.
Another Teach Better.
Yeah, we need a roller rink.
Well, is there one close? We could just do an outing.
I don't know. I'm not sure if there's one close or not. That could be the networking.
Right, that's what I mean. Yes.
Be like, hey, can we rent out your entire roller rink? Yeah,
I'm sure
you have
could.
a bar. If not, can you put one in? Thanks.
And then we could. Yes, we could add in all of the 80s kids things. Like then we could have a dodgeball tournament on roller skates. And we could
we'll have to sign some waivers. That's dangerous.
I'm wearing bike shorts. Like we're doing all of the things.
There's going to be barrels and possibly horses and bulls. We don't know yet.
Yeah. Yes. It's going to be quite the time.
Yeah. Brittany and I grew up in the same town, and the champion roller rink, like we had, like, was still going until it was just a couple of years ago, it burnt down.
Like, oh no, that's so sad.
Which is, I mean, it's been there. It was there since long before I think I was around. And we used to go there all the time. So, anyway, Brienne's pasting a whole bunch of stuff. So Bree's watching now. She's taking notes, which means these things are going to happen now. Bree always takes notes and then be like, "Hey, you and Mandy said you're going to do this." Like, I looked up, and here's how we can get bulls. I'm like, we weren't actually. This
is how we get bulls. Yeah.
And we got Vince Vaughn to come in and play dodgeball with us. Wow. Okay, so we're already a few minutes past when we're supposed to start playing a game, but this
goodness,
this has been interesting.
Okay.
I was gonna make a joke, and I hope that you'll laugh at I was gonna joke that when you were doing all your figuring out why you had the fluctuating weight, that it was I thought maybe it was like God punishing you for making everyone sad all the time. But
I have no idea. I have no doubt that that's probably what it was.
I was gonna
He's
say
like,
though, you should
Yeah.
you should share if you're comfortable sharing. Chad would just eat up your findings on that because Chad did that with himself with you know with the keto and just like dug into all of his like he knows like how his weight works. It's I can't even listen to it because it's so like sciencey talk that I'm just no
Yeah.
longer interested. But like I think he'd just get a kick out of sharing with you like how you guys broke that down. Would be really cool. So anyway, just
the very first time that I met him, we had the beginnings of that conversation because I can't remember why, but he showed us a picture of the last time he had presented before that, and when he still had all his weight, and I was like,
yeah, he lost 100 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we kind of had that conversation then. And I just like keto doesn't work for me. And I think that it's so important for people to find what works. And it's because I love fruit. I love fruit, and you can't really eat fruit on keto like someone who loves fruit would. And so it's so critical to find what works for you. But even like I said, making your doctor do the medical testing that they don't typically do to find out what's wrong. If I have insulin resistance, for example, I started a supplement to help with that, and it's made all the difference in the world. Like I no longer gain 5 pounds after eating one slice of pizza, and so it's like different things like that are so important. I know that, he would probably say the same thing, like keto might work, but keto might not be for everybody. It doesn't matter. You need to find out what it is that works for you.
Yeah, that's, it's a lot of people make fun of me the way I've cut things out and tracked is that I cut out like I'm further along now, but like when I first started cutting things out, like I didn't diet. I just cut things out where I'm like, I'm done. And my goal was already if I can get to 75 days and I can cut them, I'm good because I get over it. And like, so I started with certain fried foods and then fast food restaurants and stuff. But like I did like it was cookies first, but I could still have cake, cupcakes, ice cream, like anything else. And he's like, well, that's silly. I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, because they said the other thing is I cut it all out and then you have a cheat day, which means every week or whatever you break your diet, which means it's never going to stick. You're going to fail. I said, but if I can go 3-4 months 5 months without cookies because I have the other things to do, then I don't need cookies anymore. So then I cut out cupcakes and I do it on things that I have no control over, like no self-control over or that are a problem. They're like, and then I did cupcakes and they're like, well, you can still do cake. I said, yes, but my wife makes cupcakes all the time. She never makes cake. So like cake's not a problem for me. But now when I go to a family function and I'm like, oh my God, like I'm so tempted. I'm like, oh, I can guilt-free have a thing of cake and I haven't broken any streaks. I haven't broken my stuff. It was a single day. It was fine. It wasn't even a cheat. Like it was nothing. It was just, it's fine. That's the rules. And so then I was able to cut out like all that stuff. Like, and it's weird, but like that's what worked for me because Chad was an all or nothing. Like he had to go big and go all. He couldn't give himself any leeway. I can't do that. I'm like, because I do that for 3 days. I'm like, well, this is horrible. Yeah. And so I had to cut. This is unhappiness. Yeah. And it was like, and it just got, now I made the mistake of, I broke one of them after it was like 300 or no, it was more than that. It was like almost 450 days. I think I was at with not a single fried food item. And I broke it on Amy and I's anniversary night. I had some wings and fries, which destroyed me, by the way, because my body was like, what is this? Yeah. But then I went back on, and then I went back right to it, not eating. I'm like, and I got cocky. I'm like, oh, I can do this with all of them. And I broke them all, and I'm trying to get them all back now. So I'm back on this. Like I put on, I lost 40 pounds. I put on about 20 of it back. So now I'm back into trying to get it down. But it really is about figuring out like, what is it that keeps you going versus not. So, and
so much of it is a mind game.
It is. And so for me, I use an app on my phone that I get to check it every day, and then I get to see when I don't and how I have to build it back up. And for me, that's what's helped me. So like, I don't even think about going to fast food restaurants anymore, but I still track it so that every day I know that I'm now like I think I'm at 600 days or whatever now without. And I won't even drink crazy. I won't even drink like a cup of water from a fast food restaurant because I'm like, it's too dangerous. Like I can't. That's like
they don't fry their water, right? Like that's
you don't know
legitimate
that.
Water.
You don't know that. They could.
Yeah. Brienne said you could go to CrossFit with me. I'd actually well, this is kind of badass actually. I joined a fight club. What is
A
that?
fight club?
Like a boxing club.
I don't think
boxing?
you're supposed to talk about that, Mandy.
Yeah. I'm talking about Fight Club. That's how badass I am. So so yeah, I got to buy my own gloves. I have boxing gloves.
Are they
And
pink?
I use them. They're not pink, they're red. But I mean
so you do boxing? That's something
yeah.
Is it like a weekly lesson that you do, or what do you?
So
Or is it just like you and some friends who bought gloves and like beat the crap out of each other every week or something?
That would be more fun. But
Okay.
no, I just there's this place that you go and they have certain boxing exercises you do and you get to hit stuff and kick it. And so it's fun.
Bree, I don't know if you're thinking, I'm thinking small boxing ring at the conference, but we'll get the big gloves, the big like toy gloves. And Mandy's gonna teach boxing, but with the big like cartoonist gloves. Write that down.
We could do that. Yeah.
I was gonna note that like your badassery is not that you're in a fight club; it's that you talk about your fight club. Like that's the actual.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean,
it's cool that I'm in the fight
club.
club. It's cool that I talk about the fight club.
Yeah, I'm talking about it. That's the thing that puts it over the edge.
Oh yeah. Man. All right. Do you want to play a game? I feel like this whole thing's been a game, but do you want to play a game?
I can't think of anything else I would love to do more, actually.
All right, let's do it. Okay, my computer is telling me that I'm not allowed to share my screen. So let me see if I can share my screen properly. Where's that? There it is. Okay, so this is a game called Bananagrams. And I'm going to bring it up here. So you guys should be able to see that. Are you in on your side? Did it work?
Hang on.
All right, so we think we're both in. Essentially what you're doing here, I'm going to read the instructions that Bree gave us. So in multiplayer games, each player begins with the same number of tiles. Drag and drop tiles onto the game board to form words. Properly formed words will highlight in green. Once all of your tiles have been used to form valid words in a continuous manner on the game board, you will hear an audible peal. The word it's a guy saying the word peal, and another tile will be distributed to each player in the game. You may get rid of the tile by dragging it over to the dump section of your tile bank. If you do that, it'll be returned to the pool, and you'll be given 3 tiles in return. The winner is declared when there are not enough tiles to be given out, and the winning player has formed valid words with all of their tiles.
Wait.
Does that make sense to you?
It does, but why is my name on there so many times, and why can I not see anything?
I don't know.
There I am again. Okay, hang on.
Are you making tiles?
Are
you putting words down right now?
I put an R down. Do I have to click something in order to make it?
You know what? We may have to share both. We might let me here. I'm gonna try to form a word here. So let's see here. I'm just gonna do the quickest one I see. So I see cost. So do you see this on your screen or just on the one that I'm sharing?
Just on the one you're sharing.
Okay, so you may have to. Can you share your screen? Do you have a button that allows you to share your screen or no?
Yeah, but I don't see you on my screen. So like,
I know we may have to put 2 shared screens up here, and we'll do it that way. I guess I don't know. I'm not sure how this works. Bree, something's not working right. I'm not sure what's going on. So we have to do it. So, or we can also just work on the same one together and see if we're good or not.
It won't let me share my screen.
You said it won't let you, or
no? It says that something's wrong in my system settings.
All right. Well, this is not working well.
And it is in beta, so like we have to take that into account.
Maybe. Okay. Well, here. Well, can you help me? Let's see if we can form some words. We'll play this for a minute and 2.
Okay.
So we got cost. What other words do you see? You see the tiles up there, and you can use these letters to form it, just like in Scrabble.
Siege. SIEGE.
Do you want me to spell off this one?
Sure.
G and E. This is gonna be good because you're gonna teach me words that I don't know.
That's all I got. Honestly, that's like the only thing. I'm terrible at these games.
What if we did? How about mine? Like that. Ooh, that was a word. Good. I know words.
Um,
Can you see? What? Oh, wow. Okay. I think. Can we mix these up? Oh no. I think she gave us a tip of how to mix them up. Let me look real quick here. Shuffle the tiles by clicking on the text at the top corner. There isn't a corner.
ooh, mixes off from the Mixes.
Oh, look at you. Mixes. Is that how you spell it?
Yep, I think so.
Let's find out. Yep, there it is. All right, we're almost there. So now we need what on earth? Ooh, I don't know. What do you? I'm trying to think of. Someone help us. Someone else. Post the word in the comments that we're seeing.
Isn't XI a word? Like, don't we use that in Scrabble? I'm pretty sure it is.
It is. Nice.
Look at that.
That'd be worth a lot of points in Scrabble.
Words with friends does pay off.
Y'all just see you got that skill too, huh? I'm out. I think I'm. Oh no, here we go. Here we go. Good one for Mandy here. Down to 2.
Whatever do you mean?
I'm down. So I think we can dump. Oh, it says dump. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but when I say it actually like says the word dump. I can't.
It
grab
doesn't.
that
It sounds kind of evil.
I can't grab that word. It didn't give me the 3 tiles like it's supposed to. I don't think this is working like it's supposed to. Bree, help me out.
Bree said we were supposed to do multiplayer.
We did do multiplayer. That's how we set it up initially. That's why there's a whole bunch of people down there in the bottom right.
Because I multiplayered many times.
Look, Bree, we got all 3 of Mandy's personalities in there. It's all there.
There's the Amanda, the Mandy, and then there's the other one.
There's Mandy, Amanda, and I don't know what that is. It's just a noise. I don't know. Sense. Where's Sense?
It's probably delayed.
Yeah.
It was.
My thing is I should be able to dump this and I can't. It's not letting me like drag this and dump it. Like nothing's happening. This isn't working. Oh wait, there it is. But I can't put it in there. Go in the top.
Just put it down. Let's see.
Well, now it's supposed to.
You got rid of it.
It's supposed to give me more tiles, and it hasn't.
You used up the letters.
What did it say?
Alex said you used up the letters. Sorry.
Yeah, it says. Well, she said you might be out, but like, nothing's happening. I'm confused. I'm confused.
Well, we did a good job. We got down to only
we did a good job. I mean,
yeah.
How do you say the XI? How do you say that word? Is that
I don't know, but I feel like we won. I might feel like we won.
You comment. Let us know. Did we win? I think we won.
I feel like we did.
So I enjoy this. I think it could be fun, but I think it might be. It seems a little glitchy right now.
It does seem glitchy.
But it's a fun game. It's called Bananagrams. So if you just go to what is it? It's literally bananagrams.app will get you into there. And just set it up.
So it's like the little game that you get in the banana. Like you get there's a banana game that with all the little letters in, and you get it in a banana.
That would make sense. I don't know what you're talking about, but that would make sense. So you have a game where you get a banana and there's letters in it. I
don't have it. I've only seen other people have it.
I've never question. If you know the answer, not a real banana, right? Like
it seems to be a fake banana.
It's a fake banana. We believe it to be a fake banana. Okay.
Feels like it would be fake, but I could be wrong. Stranger things have happened. So could be the husk of a banana.
Do you know what Bree's saying?
Yeah, she's telling you how to say the XI, but I still don't know how to say it.
I was going to say, that doesn't help me. I don't know. I know it should help me, but that doesn't actually. Zai?
Let's see. Alex has bananagrams.
Of course he does.
So
Alex, can you confirm, is it a real or fake banana? Just, well, we need clarification. Alex has a lot of games.
Oh, is John Spike coming to?
Jo-
He just released a new game that he developed.
I don't know that I know who John Spike is. But that's a
Really?
cool ass
Oh
name.
my
though.
gosh. John Spike is one of my favorite people on the planet. Like,
Tell me-
legitimately. I've known him forever.
He's an educator.
And he is an educator. So he was a
games.
tech integrator when I was a tech integrator. And he has a podcast you would love. It's called Laugh Ed Podcast.
Oh, okay.
And,
Yeah, I do
yeah.
know. I know the podcast. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just absolutely hilarious. I love this guy. He is legitimately funny. Like, some of us like have moments of funniness. He's
Mhm.
like legitimately funny.
Always funny.
Always funny, and very sweet and kind as well. So he just released a game. I think it's called Game Stormer or something like
That's
that.
what Alex was asking. Game Storm.
Yeah. Game Stormer or something like that. And yeah, so that's
So does he
kind
sell
of
his
exciting.
games? Is that what he does?
Yeah, I think so. And I think he had it on what is that? Not GoFundMe, but like, what is that? Like, funding a new
Indiegogo.
something like that. Like, I think he had it on Kickstarter, if I'm not mistaken, but he has it out there someplace and selling it. So it'd be awesome to have him come in and do like a game night.
Yeah, so we have some areas in the venue that so the venue, the bottom floor is like where the main room is, where like the keynote's gonna be, all responses gonna be and stuff. But then like on one end of it, you can look up, it's open. You can see the 5 levels of the building above it. But you see like terraces,
nice.
like they're like almost like a library, study area, and stuff that overlook like balconies. And we're thinking about taking one of those. Like, one of those is going to be the Brain Break Lounge, which is literally just going to be a space where you can just go like get away, chill out, relax. Like, we should put games in there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Interesting. Bree, take that note.
That'd be really cool. I think we should just put all of the things that I'm interested in Teach
Clearly,
Better. So like,
what we're doing here is we're just trying to make sure
I know
that Mandy comes back in 23.
When
so we want to make sure that Mandy has the
night-
best experience possible at the Teach Better conference, so that she comes back to see us again the next year.
At night, I would also like to request some sort of ghost hunt. If we're going to do this, like, we're just going to open it back to a few people. We're going to get the things to listen to them talk and to go around like this and find where they are. And we're going to find out if that place is haunted.
Can I wear my Ghostbusters outfit for that?
I feel like that might irritate
aggressive,
them.
A little aggressive.
That feels aggressive. Yes, that does feel aggressive. But we could find.
I think I'm gonna do it anyway.
Psychic to bring with. What?
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, we could totally do it.
So you're talking about going back to the venue and doing.
Well, we could do the venue,
or we could just do it in.
Yeah. Oh, is it like?
Well, just because there's so many floors, and it's really easy to get lost.
I don't know if that makes a good ghost hunt.
Yeah, because you get lost and you're in like some weird hallway or closet by yourself, and you don't know where you're going. Like,
yeah.
And I'm gonna be somewhere with a speaker making ghost noises, so like it's gonna be fun.
For sure. Yeah. And then we can have like walkie-talkies, and we can listen to each other scream when scary things happen.
Okay, so we have a lot to do now. Like, I was feeling pretty good about where we were on our work for the conference, and now I'm like freaking out a little bit that we have a lot of work to do. Fortunately, this all kind of falls underneath our, like attendee experience, which that's Bree's the head of that committee, so it's her job anyway. So
there we go.
That's good. So let's see, we're doing a rodeo, we're doing ghost hunts, we're doing. What was the other thing? We're doing game room. We're doing fight club, boxing,
roller skating,
mass educator, roller skating, dodgeball.
Yes, roller skating, dodgeball. You can't separate them.
Yeah.
Of course.
If we do roller skating, dodgeball in the dark, we can include the ghost hunt in that.
We could, or we could do glow in the dark and have the balls be glow in the dark. That would be fun.
That would be fun. We used to play. My buddies when I was younger, him and his dad owned a 9-hole golf course in my hometown, and so like of course we did like all the bachelor parties were there and stuff. But we used to always play midnight golf. So you get balls that you put glow sticks in and lanterns like around the green, stuff like that. That was a lot of fun.
That's fun.
Take me back. With dodgeball with going to dark would be cool.
Yeah, if we could play kick the can, we could do all 80s things. It should be an 80s theme.
Kick the can.
I know, right?
We'll make the telephones. Are you gonna do your hair like?
Oh, for sure.
Like you got enough hair where you can.
Using this, I know.
You could really go.
This hair gets high. Yeah, this hair it gets.
I like the gel, like really
out of control.
I got enough time. I'm gonna grow my hair. I'm going totally flock of seagulls. Like,
well,
just
we could also do. We could do a mohawk.
I think Dave's committed to a mohawk. That's what he gets for not being here today. He gets committed to a mohawk.
I feel like Dave's got. He's just. We're gonna
grow enough hair for a mohawk.
We're just gonna have to pretend that he's like one of the people in like Def Leppard or something who's now growing their hair out. Like they're all like silver haired or bald or whatever because they're so old. So
Dave might not know who Def Leppard is. Dave's such a country guy, not any other music.
Everybody. Pour Some Sugar on Me. Everybody. It's like the dirtiest song in rock history.
If Tim McGraw didn't sing it, Dave probably doesn't know.
Well, Tim McGraw might sing Pour Some Sugar on Me. You never know. It would sound a lot different. But.
Alex, you tell me because I want this to happen now. Like, I want to shave Alex's head at the conference. Like,
sure, I can see that.
Imagine the Clippers would run away.
We could, well, whoever is the mass educator in the full unicorn outfit could shave Alex's head for him.
You know what we could do? We could just have the mass educator be happening. Like each day we'll have one person. They have to wear that all day long.
We could. Yeah.
And they'll be like, okay, I have an idea for that. We'll talk about that later. Could be entertaining. We got lots of ideas. This is gonna be fun. So if you're not already registered, go to teachbetterconference.com. You should come now, and make sure that happens. So sold out venue. All right. Well, Alex, you know that we can just lower the number of what sold out means, right? Like, we got 20 registrations. We're officially sold out. Alex is shaking his head. It's gonna be great. All right, this kind of led us into here. We're gonna play another segment because we kind of already led into, but that's talking about what's going on. So we'll talk about that. I just wanted to play the music. All right, we are about to wrap up here. This 57 minutes flew by because you and I have such a good time. We were late on every segment. It's perfect. But we were talking about the conference. So I do want to mention that you can come to the conference, teachbetterconference.com. But right now, proposals are also open. So if you want to come speak alongside of Mandy, well, not necessarily on the alongside of, like, she's up on a podium and everyone else is down here, but like at the same event of.
Is that true?
Mandy. No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say what?
I put you up on a pedestal is kind of what I, No. But to speak with Mandy and a whole bunch of others that we've already mentioned, proposals are open until April 30th. So you got a little bit of time. You got the rest of the next coming month here too, to submit. And honestly, it's not a real long form. If you have an idea of what you want to speak on. So Teach Better Conference for that. We do have a course that came out 2 weeks ago in the Academy at teachbetteracademy.com that is free and walks through steps on how to think through that. So if you haven't done it before or you're trying to tweak some of the things you do, we brought in a whole bunch of different folks that do a lot of presents and a lot of proposal creation and submission to talk to you and walk you through that as well. And then just this morning, little nod to the Edge Match family, we released another free course in the Academy led by Joshua Stamper, and it's a book study around his book. So if you don't have his book, Aspire to Lead, go buy that. Then you can join him in the book study course. And he did a lot. It's like a lot of videos. It's a lot of information. Like, he really dives into things. I know because I edited the videos and it was a lot. I was mad at Josh the entire time. But he really put a lot into it. Like there's a lot to it. It's really cool. So make sure you check that out. And then I can register, come hang out. That's important. So I think that's all I got for you. Anything else?
Super cool.
Make sure if you're not already following Mandy, make sure you're following her. Her name, her @ is right there. What's your go-to? Is it Twitter or Instagram? Are you still? Is it Twitter where you typically go, or is it like 50-50? Like
it is. It's okay. Twitter. I usually am. Although I'm trying to like expand. It's hard because there's so many, and like.
Where are you trying to expand to? Where do you want to go? Like, where are you like feeling like you're not giving enough attention to? Because I'm struggling to give Twitter and Instagram any attention right now because TikTok's just winning it for me, and I don't know why. Like, I go there, I go there fast more. I'm not sure why that is.
I don't get into the TikTok thing. Like this is the bad part. And I try to do TikTok, but then if I even go there, I find a dog trying to eat a lemon and then I get all distracted and I can't. Like, I'm too easily distracted, so I can't do it.
Well, that's TikTok really eats into that. You'll lose a lot of time. But I don't know. I enjoy that. Twitter was that was where I usually went. But anyway, so your Twitter and Instagram's those are your two primary, right? Is it the same?
Pretty much.
Is it the same in both, or it's different? Instagram's different.
Because Instagram's different. It's Fralick Mandy. I hate that. Yes.
Me too. Mine's @ _ Jeff Gargas because Jeff Gargas from Chicago, Illinois took it. Just like he took everything. I'm coming for you. He and I know each other. We've been battling over screen names and stuff like that since MySpace. And that's when we met because he got the Jeff Gargas first. Or actually, I think I got Jeff Gargas there. Then he got JeffGargas.com. And it's been a thing.
Oh, that's gotta just tick you off. Yeah,
he's a good guy.
There's a Mandy Fralick that is a personal trainer. I always think that's incredibly
ironic.
Spelled the same? Spelled the same and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think that's like actually like she's always gone by that, or like she like stole your name because she's like
no? In fact she was there at about the same time. In fact, we don't look dissimilar if you're seeing us, like only from here up. Because she's a personal trainer, so we look a tad different from the waist down, but she but spelled the same and blonde hair. We're both like we if you saw us in just pictures, you look the same.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a great mass educator. I know she's not an educator, but you could like trick everyone and somehow do all your answers.
Tisha said when she was on here that I was like one of the people that you guys chose as the like guess who this person is thing.
Oh yeah, we did
to play that game.
Yeah, what did we play with her? It was something like that. Yeah, we did some sort of guessing game. I don't remember what we did. I don't remember week to week usually. But yeah, we did. That's right. It was you. Oh, we did the it's press conference. That's a really cool one. I know we're way over time. If you go to teachbetter.com/brainbreak, we post Bree puts up a post for every one of the games. And the one that was press conference was really cool. Where she had to be, she was the person we were interviewing at a press conference, and she was you, but she didn't know it. So then Dave and I had to ask her questions that we would ask to you to get her to figure out who you were. And she got it pretty quickly.
That's funny. Yeah, that's what she said. She's like, it was so easy. I know it was you.
Yeah, it was pretty good though. Okay, we gotta go. Mandy, thanks for hanging out with me.
Friend, it is always a pleasure.
Your work might be sad, but you make me happy. So
I
thank you.
Know that is the nicest thing anyone said to me lately. So thank you.
I appreciate you. Make sure you get excited. If you haven't already, go buy Brittany's book on everything, wherever you buy your books. It comes out Sunday. Are you guys doing like a launch live, like and everything like you normally do with her? Is that happening Sunday?
We record our launches now, so she's.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be released then.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. I love it. And then come hang out with Mandy and me at the conference in October. So teachbetterconference.com for all of that. And we will see you next week back here, same time, same place. If you need anything, let us know. Appreciate you. See you.
Bye, everyone.